your Kenneth Toole has not only been nominated, but also elected into the executive board of the National Lutheran Association on Scouting. So he is one of two member at larges. So he's got a little bit more responsibility, and hopefully we are looking forward to some excellent stuff coming from him. So I want to congratulate him personally tonight at your meeting, and say congratulations to him. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ken. This is one of his volunteer positions. Hey, Matt, as long as you're on, 30
Yes.
seconds on what is the National Lutheran Association on Scouting?
Okay, National Lutheran Association on Scouting is members of both the national church bodies, the LCMS and ELCA, big Lutheran bodies, and also we help out the other youth serving organizations, the BSA, Girl Scouts USA, AHG, and a few others, Campfire Girls. We promote the religious emblems. We also look for those who are involved heavily in one of the youth serving organizations and their church, and recognizing them in their adult recognition. So we do some other things too. We'll be at the Jamboree promoting stuff and some other things down the line.
Thank you. And I heard a rumor, and you can tell me if it's true or not. Only Lutherans can belong to it.
No, that's not true. Lutherans have to be a part of the executive board, but no, you can actually be a part of the National Lutheran Association on Scouting, and sign up and be a part of not only serving youth, but be a part of the ministry itself. Thank
you, Matt. Is your beautiful wife there?
Yeah, yes, she is. She's hiding though.
Hey, Christine, how are ya?
She says hi.
Okay, good deal. Does anybody else have any other recognitions and awards at this time? Okay, then let's just recognize and request some prayers for some of our members. Longtime member Janine Pearson, you might know her husband Jim, has been our district commissioner. He's a unit commissioner. She had some pelvic surgery about a month ago, and she will still be in rehab for about another 3 months in a nursing home in Piers, Minnesota. And she can only see Jim through the window, no personal contacts or anything. It's kind of lonely there for the last month and for the next couple of months as well. Diane Buheit, who's been an active scouter in our council and our district here, had major knee surgery a week ago. She is still in the hospital. She is having a difficult time recovering from that. But she is going home tomorrow. Hopefully, that is it. Bill Blackhurst, longtime scouter in our council, just a wonderful, wonderful person, had a stroke a while ago. He is still recovering from that. So please keep Janine, Diane, and Bill in your prayers. That would be really appreciative. Thank you. Welcome, Melissa, our brand new council executive. She has some greetings for you. Melissa. Oh, and a way to remember her last name. When I was first introduced to her, I said, how do you say your last name? And now remember this, folks, because it's very easy. She said, all you need to do is remember that it rhymes with Snickers. Is that correct, Melissa?
You got it. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
So thank you for letting me join you. It's fantastic to see so many people joining us tonight for an hour here just to touch base. I just want to say a number of you I have not had the privilege yet to meet. By this point, I would have been to a roundtable. I would have been to a camporee. I would have been to an Eagle Court of Honor. As we move forward, any idea that you might have and what we can do as we come out of COVID in regards to perhaps fall recruitment, maybe it's the popcorn sale. There is no bad ideas at this point, and okay, we'll try a different word. Together, we will find out creative solutions to everything that we're facing. We know that we can fill a niche. We truly do. There's going to be less organized sports, and we can provide things for the youth to do where we can respect social distancing. So my information is on the website. I always tell people I have that kind of unusual 402 area code that is still a Nebraska phone number. But I look forward to visiting with each and every one of you. And particularly as you start reconvening with your unit meetings, I would love nothing more than to get out from behind this desk. So please, invite me if it works for your plans, or if you just want to meet somewhere and have a cup of coffee, if you're comfortable with that, let's arrange that as well. Thank you again, everybody. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you, Melissa. Appreciate that. So now for the official opening, folks. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Perhaps Mr. Dickens had it right in the opening paragraph in The Tale of the Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. That was written in March of 1859, but it easily could have been written this past month. Scouting life, as we have known it, is about to change significantly. As one national officer said, there are no more sacred cows in scouting. And I referenced that to the pending outcome of the bankruptcy, which we'll talk about later. And it was made very clear to us at the national meetings that as an organization, we must change. And you know, that may not be all bad either. Locally, the council office is now open. Shelley is open for business at the Scout Shop. She took my orders today. Many units are having virtual meetings. Small units and dens can meet in person now if they adhere to the COVID-19 guidelines of 10 and 6 feet apart and things like that. Our community service projects continue. If you were in the Pine Tree District, and many of you are from another district, but in the Pine Tree District, we had a photograph of 15 people who attended the Order of the Arrow service at the Little Flower Mission Church near the Grand Casino in, no, not in Hinckley, Mille Lacs Casino near Vineland, Onamia, Minnesota. And the interesting part about it is they cleaned up all around the church. They did all over. They did St. Michael's Cemetery, which is directly behind the church, which has 2 Nakanabe graves. And as you know, our Lodge Nakanabe is named after that family. And the particular grave that we noticed there was that of Rita, who would be the great-grandsons of the founder's son's wife. And then there were 2 other family members there as well. Father Jerry gave us a little inspiration out there about that. Our units are continuing their service projects as well. So we're all very proud of what is happening. Pine Tree, this is new for you. You may not know this. We have rescheduled our Pine Tree District Recognition event. Notice there's no dinner, it just says event. It will be September 1st, 2020 at the Parker Scout Camp Picnic Pavilion. A 6 o'clock gathering, a 6:30 program. We're going to have the recognition of the 2019 Eagles, the District Award of Merit presentations, the Scouters of the Year awards, and the Elks have agreed to serve us root beer floats, and we will also have cake. So plan for that event, folks. It's going to happen rain or shine because we'll be under the roof at the pavilion. There are enough picnic tables there and enough rows where we feel we can safely adhere to the present guidelines, unless something happens between now and then. And all I can say is stay tuned. We have a guest speaker for this one. We have an online leadership breakfast coming, And Paul Ravenberg is going to tell us about that. Paul, you're on.
Yeah, good evening. I'm actually here with Pack 211's crossover. The Webelos Den is setting up, getting ready to move on over into Scouts BSA. So busy night here. So on Thursday morning, we are having an online leadership breakfast. We typically hold a fundraiser breakfast every spring in St. Cloud. And as you know, with a lot of other things, we weren't able to do it. So we're pivoting to this method instead. We are featuring 4 guest speakers who are leaders within the St. Cloud community and beyond. And they all have something in common. They're all Eagle Scouts. So they'll be talking about the value of scouting, how earning the rank of Eagle and the lessons that they learned there have helped them in their current leadership roles. So Bishop Donald Kettler, Greg Flint, who is the president of Cold Spring Granite, Steve Laraway, who is he's the founder of Laraway Financial Advisors and also a St. Cloud City Council member, as well as an area volunteer for Area 1, and Sheriff Steve Soika, who started out as a law enforcement explorer as well as being an Eagle Scout. So we're excited to do this. It's on June 11th from 7:30 to 8:15 a.m. And one really exciting thing that we've got is we've got 2 generous donors that have put up a challenge that any gifts made that day, they will match up to $10,000. So this is a great way for us to help continue funding our mission of supporting local units and making sure we've got great camp programs and strong scouting programs. So if you would like to be a part of this, you can register at bsacmc.org. There's a link right on the main page of the website, and you'll be able to join us on that Zoom conference on Thursday morning.
And if you're not able to join, you are still welcome to donate so that we can get those matching funds.
Yes, absolutely. And we will be recording this. So if you would like to watch it at a later time, we'll have it available on the website.
Thank you. What's next? Hey, Paul, as long as you're here,
Yeah.
You said you were at some kind of event, and this is the time. One of the 4 main goals of a roundtable is information and networking. Well, this is the networking part. We would like you as unit leaders out there, give us your name, your district, your unit, and tell us what you're doing. What are you doing out there tonight, Paul?
Well, like I said, we've got our Webelos Den here tonight. They're doing their crossover into Scouts BSA. They are going into 2 different troops here in Sartell, Troop 11 and Troop 211. I serve this pack as Bear Den leader, and will also be becoming the committee chair of this pack. I'm here in the Scenic District, and aside from this, last Thursday, because we hadn't been able to connect with most of our pack in quite some time, we decided to do a drive-through pack meeting. So we got a whole bunch of dilly bars, and we had fun with it. We had bubbles, we had music, we dressed up in goofy stuff, and it was really great to see a lot of families that we haven't connected with in quite some time. And you know, there were a number of people that lingered. They missed their scouting family and being able to connect with the people that they've spent a lot of time with over the course of a scouting year.
So it was a drive-through pack meeting, and it was successful.
Yeah, we had about a third of the pack come and show up, and we handed out dilly bars. Kids were excited. Parents were excited too.
Cool, thank you. Okay, volunteers, somebody come forward. Tell us your name, your district, your unit, and your adventure. Don't be bashful.
You have an adventure?
Sure, tell us about anything.
I'm DJ Collins, Pine Tree District, Troop Unit 43 in Brainerd. We are working on going canoeing here in 2 weeks. Social distancing even.
And is that an annual thing for you guys, or just a?
Yes, annual. We try to do it once a year.
Oh, okay. Good deal. Anybody else?
Todd Bama, Troop 90, Gateway District, down here in Elk River. We got a bunch of things going on. We're planning Mini Point at this time, the new version of it. We've lost, unfortunately, about 2/3 of our scouts because of the changes, but we're still going to make it happen. Unfortunately, we also had to cancel our sea-based trip in August because of the restrictions. So instead, we are looking to plan a Boundary Waters trip with a few of the boys who can still go.
Thanks, Todd. And speaking of Boundary Waters, Ben Gaida, who's the secretary of the Lodge for the Order of the Arrow, his special OA crew for Northern Tier was canceled, but he just got a call this last week. It's back on. So he plans to be up there July 6th, unless something happens between now and then. So they must be doing something up there, right? Huh? DJ and Todd, anybody else?
Hi, this is Mary Nathy from Gateway District, Troop 91. And I don't know if you can see in the background there, I'm trying to get them in a little bit. We've got about 10 guys who are practicing for a hiking merit badge and what would have been an Isle Royal trip this summer.
Ah. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate that. Anyone else? You know, 250 years ago when I was taking my education classes to be a teacher, they said one of the most significant and important things you can do as a teacher is give the kids wait time. So I'm going to give you some wait time. Anybody else?
Hi, my name is Zach Wozniak.
Did you say this is wait time?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you say wait time?
Go ahead, Zach.
Hey. Hey, it's Zach. I'm from the Scenic District, PAC 667. We just met as a PAC. We did social distancing and we did our ditch cleanup, and it was a pretty big success. We had everybody there, and we did it where every quarter of a mile was a family, and it worked out really well. And we had a good time, and we ended up bringing dilly bars as well, and so we had quite a bit of fun with it.
Zach, thank you. Anyone else?
Hi, it's Beth Starkey, the Scenic District.
Go ahead.
Beth Starkey, Scenic District, Troop 14. Last night we got together in my backyard and social distance and did our Court of Honor. And instead of handshakes, we did like a scout salute when we congratulated everybody. And then working with Mary in getting things ready for summer camp.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Thank you all for sharing. Continue to share those memories with your parents as well. Parker Scout Camp, we are privileged this evening to have the director with us, Mary, who's been around as long as I have in this council, even longer, I think. Rather than listen to me, I thought we should have it direct from her. Go ahead, Mary.
Thank you, Lauren. Yep, I've been around here for 30 years.
Woo!
So I know a little bit about it. We've been hearing a few inklings that it's very possible we're going to be able to do some overnight camping after July 5th, and so we're looking forward to that. We have got 3 weekends planned in July for the Cub Scouts and Webelos with the regular program that is July 10th to the 12th, 17th to the 19th, and 24th to the 26th. And then we're going to try a day camp this year in August on the 15th, and we're going to do alternate loops. So those who go to the weekend camps can also maybe try the day camp. And we're going to be doing our physical distancing, extra sanitation, adapting our meal times, maybe splitting up the shifts to make smaller groups or delivering some of the meals out to the campsites. But we're working at making sure that we have our risks managed, so to speak. Voyagers for brand new Scouts BSA, we're planning that for July 16th to the 19th. Adam Burton, who is our OA chief, is going to be our instructor this year. We're looking for boys and girls to join this camp out, learning the things that they would learn in a Trailblazers or Brown Sea or whatever beginners group that you have at your long-term camps. We are looking for some qualified Scoutmasters to volunteer to help us for the weekend with structure and discipline. And what we want to do is show the kids what a troop normally would look like. We will have patrols, we will have Scoutmasters, and it's kind of a transition, a smaller camp in a familiar place before they go to the long-term camp in a place they've never been, and sometimes with troop leaders that they've never met. So this is kind of a nice transition for them. So the safety precautions that I mentioned, we did send out in one of our emails, we had the COVID precautions that we're looking at, including the pre-screening. We'd like you to, if you're coming to camp, take your temperature for a few days before you come. We do have infrared touchless scanners that we will be taking temperatures when the kids get there, asking them the typical questions, do you have headaches, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we are working on coming up with a nice process for that. So that'll be for the Cub Scouts and the Voyagers. One thing that we're excited about too is on June 27th, we'd like to do a Parker cleanup day. We need to get into the buildings, sweep down the cobwebs, sweep and mop the floors, wash the windows, and get the place all ready, spruced up for camp. So if you'd like to help with that, let me know. We'll kind of schedule you in so that we've got smaller groups, things that you can bring to help us out. If you, and we'll discuss it if you call for, to reserve a time with me. Some of those things, like vacuum cleaners or buckets, mops, brooms, squeegees, old clean rags, power washers. We'll be doing some trails too, so hedge trimmers. Yeah, we'd like to, get the camp all ready to go so that when we start on July 10th, that we've got a nice clean camp, and that'll be half our battle to get there. So does anybody have any questions about Parker Scout Camp or the programs that we have planned? So registrations are online. We're still in early bird until June 15th. So talk to your units. If you have any questions at all about the safety or the programming, please give me a call. I can give me a call or give me an email so that we can make sure that you feel good about sending the kids to camp this summer.
Mary, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for letting me do my thing.
Oh, you're entirely welcome. National updates. Here we go, folks. Okay, ready? Reorganization. A year from now, we will have a total reorganizational plan for our programs, including the administrative levels of the Boy Scouts of America for our programs. How that is going to look is, we don't know. It is currently being planned. It is currently being discussed. We do know, they said some time ago, and the only thing I can tell you for sure is that it doesn't look like we will have regions anymore. But what we will have in place of them is, I don't know. That is going to be all figured out in the next few months, and somebody smarter than I am is doing that. So some of the things they're also discussing is one part in that discussion is that all youth programs will now end at the age of 18. So programs like Exploring and Venturing will be evaluated for that kind of a change. So stay tuned. They are also thinking of developing some sort of a national service corps for the 18 to 29 or the 18 to 34-year-olds, so that they can have expertise and leadership for some of our national events and programs, because the 18 to 21-year-olds, they're very, very wonderful and needed for our events like jamborees and NOACs and things like that. But wait, we have a news flash regarding the Order of the Arrow, okay? Mike Hoffman, who is the chairman of the National Order Arrow Committee, has been assured that the OA youth age will remain the same as it is currently. So a youth in the OA will not be changed. That will continue to go through until your 21st birthday. So that is different than the other possible new revised age requirements. Fall recruitment. Listen carefully to this. This is going to really, really affect us greatly, not only here on our council, but on the nation as a whole. Our immediate challenge this summer is to begin, if we haven't already, to plan, develop, and follow through with our fall recruitment plans. We need to have our recruitment completed by late August or early September. That is a very significant change for all of us. Why? National must broadcast on a nationwide basis for victims of abuse to come forward pending the bankruptcy business from September 15th for 5 weeks. So rather than have this interface with our school night and our fall recruiting, we must act now and do the recruiting before this hits the airwaves. We are going to be looking to the council for some advice and some direction on this, and I'm sure that their people will be working on that. So stay tuned. We will probably be hearing more about that. And now, this isn't a slide, so don't change the slides, Ken. This is an addition. I see that Greg Nygren has joined us. Greg is the area commissioner for Area 1 in our region. And if you would like to add anything to national updates, now is your time. And I know there's a number of things that you cannot tell us that you know, and that's fine. We will honor and respect that. But if we have forgotten anything that you think we should know that you can tell us, please do so.
Lauren, I think you did a pretty good job of covering what we can talk about. The September 15th date has been set up primarily because the bankruptcy bar date is November 16th. And that's a very important date for the BSA. That means any claims that are out there must be filed with the bankruptcy court by November 16th. Prior to that November 16th date, the BSA is required to do those 5 weeks of advertising. Unfortunately, the timing probably couldn't be worse for fall recruiting and maybe popcorn, but we just have to live with that. So hopefully we can get at least the fall recruitment done beforehand. So, but other than that, I think you covered the things that are going on pretty good.
Okay, thanks, Greg. So in terms of fall recruitment, folks, this is why it's going to be extremely important that as soon as possible, you can get as many dates as you can for your schools, your districts, open houses, where we can have your units set up booths and have people available to talk to parents at these events. And that's just one thing we can do. And I'm sure council will come out with some other stuff for us. But in the meantime, start thinking about that, because fall recruitment is the responsibility of the unit with support from the district and the council. And we're going to do our darndest to make sure that we do that for you. Well, let's talk about money, folks. Boils down to money. The national fee structure, and you should have all received this. It was on Facebook, it was on Scouting Wire, it was all over. The new national fee structure, effective August 1st of 2020, is $66 per Cub Scout, Scouts BSA, and Venturing and Sea Scouts. It'll be $42 per Explorer, $30 for a council registration like a Scout Reach youth activity program, and $42 per adult. I think that's it for that slide. Okay, on top of that, the national charter fee when you recharter in December will be raised to $75 per unit. Any new young man or young lady joining Scouting for the first time, whether it's after August 1st or whether it'll be December for the new charter, there is a one-time joining fee for anyone new, and that will be approximate, well, it will be, it has been set at $25. National has also said that we should expect in 20, 21, 22, and 23 a possible increase of about $6 or $12 per member. That has not been made an official decision yet. That's just, we're announcing there may be a fee increase, but it has not been established yet. Only the fee increase for August 1st, 2020 has been set. Now let's go to Central Minnesota Council recruitment fees. The insurance fees that the council collects are only collected at the time of recharter. So during our fall recruitment plan, we will not be assessing any additional fee on the council level for charter. We have figured it out that for each new scout, it would cost from September 1st to the end of this charter year, $47 per scout. And Boys Life would be extra. We took the $66, divided it by 12. That's $5.50 per month for 4 months, plus the $25 new fee, bringing the total to $47. So for any person joining, adult or youth, no, this is just scout, youth, just youth, $47 for a youth. The fee is different for an adult because their fee was $42 and we haven't figured that out for an adult. We're only talking about kids right now, just kids. Okay? So you can plan on that as part of your recruitment process.
Say, Lauren, I have a question with that.
Sure.
Do most units collect money at sign up and then again at recharter for a new scout? I think mostly we've gone ahead and kind of collected for, 16 months worth of scouting all at that first time. What do other units do?
It runs the gamut out there. There is no one acceptable way that units do it, because some units also add an additional charge for advancements and other kinds of things. So it's really very individual to the unit on how they would like to have it done. But as far as the BSA is concerned, Central Minnesota Council, we are only going to collect the fees until December. So the additional fees that they give to you as a unit, you keep that in your own treasury, and then when you're rechartered, then you send it into the council. Ken, is that a fair statement?
Yes.
Okay, good. Did that help answer your question?
It does. I was just kind of looking for what other people did.
Okay. Yeah, it's the gamut out there as far as I know. At least it is in our district. Okay. You ready? Now for the elephant in the room, folks. Here we go. Okay. Bankruptcy update. At one time, we as a council and all the councils in the United States were told that they would be exempt from the impending bankruptcy. But now they will all need to contribute to what is called the Bankruptcy Trust Fund. And the details of that are currently being worked out. I'm not sure how National is going to do that. I'm not even sure if Greg knows how they're going to do that at this point in time. But they will come up with some sort of formula for every council. And I don't know how they're going to do that, whether it's on membership or whether it's going to be on your bottom line or what. No, we don't know. We have no idea, okay? There is also an $850 million personal and pension fund that must be addressed by the bankruptcy court. And pending that, we don't know anything. It's a big unknown, okay? One officer stated that if we don't get a favorable ruling on this, we might not survive as an organization. However, soon after he said that, he then said, but I think we have it solved as well. So he was giving us the best of times, and he was giving us the worst of times. But as far as we can tell, these are the big unknown times for us with the bankruptcy. And we probably won't know anything until after that November 16th date, as far as I know, and we may not even know after that. Is that a fair statement, Greg? We didn't hear you.
Yes, Lauren, that is very fair.
Okay.
The only thing is that once the November 16th date passes, it behooves the BSA to be done as fast as they can. So they're hoping to be done early in 21. We'll see. We'll have to see if they can meet that timeline.
Woo. We just got the wind and the rain, folks.
Lauren?
Yes.
Can I interject?
Absolutely.
I just want to expand on that a little bit. Probably the biggest key word in what Lauren just shared is majority of it is still unknown. It truly is. I've been on Scout executive calls with 260 Scout executives, for every week for the last 4 weeks. A lot of they don't know. So really, honestly, we do not want to cause panic whatsoever here. We just want to encourage you to continue to do what you do in your local communities and deliver scouting and serve the youth. And when we know something, you will be the first to know with these items.
Program still goes on.
There you go. Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, as part of the national meetings, I attended the commissioner updates. We ready with the next slide? There you go. Roundtables. Last year, virtual roundtable was on the docket for a lot of discussion. Well, virtual roundtables will no longer be in the future. Why? Because they're here, and they are here to stay. They are looking at a variable number of ways of doing roundtables by our districts and by our councils. Some people have already gone to face-to-face roundtables for a couple of months and then meeting quarterly on a virtual roundtable. Most councils are doing the virtual roundtables as a council, and the viewership has increased immensely by people not having to leave their home for that. So this is going to be a discussion for each one of our districts in terms of what they feel would be a good, viable option for them. So Scout leaders, if you're listening, start thinking, start talking. How would you like your roundtables to look? And we're starting this fall. So starting, August and September, how would you like your roundtables to go on this next year? So let your district staff know, let your commissioners know what you feel is best, whether you think a combination would work or whether you would like all virtual or how you would like them. It's going to be your decision. But we are evaluating this, getting all the input, and so you tell us what you want. Friends of Scouting. A large part of our commissioner meeting dealt with Friends of Scouting. Our efforts need to be changed. They need to be more effective. We were given a tremendous number of ideas on how to approach a prospect and then to do the follow-up. That's where we have been missing the batting cage, okay? We need to do the follow-up. And it was very clear that without money, there's no mission for the Boy Scouts of America for us. So we really, really need to dig deep. We need to dig deep in our arsenal of presentation skills to our families and our friends and our business people for our Friends of Scouting Fund. And so how to engage and have a prospect trust us. That came across very, very clearly a large number of times, that a prospect isn't going to give unless he trusts what you are telling them. So make sure that when you tell the story, you tell it from the kids' point of view and how kids benefit from this wonderful program. And next slide. National leadership has changed. Ellie's term as National Commissioner concluded at the end of the national meetings. And Scott Searles is now the new National Commissioner. Seems like a very nice guy. I really enjoyed his little sermonette that he gave everybody. I thought it was very appropriate and on task with what our duties had to do. And for those of you who are commissioners, you may not know this, but the national commissioners have a team, a national service team. So if you have questions about technology, if you have questions about how to start a new unit, if you have questions on how to sustain a unit, if you have questions about anything connected to commissioner tools, anything, there are at least 8 or 10 national team members on the national commissioner team who are there to assist us. Just go to the national commissioner page on the BSA website and click the one that you're interested in or you want more information on or you need assistance. And of course, don't forget us. We have a wonderful council commissioner as well, Randy, and we each have a district commissioner. So feel free to use us. That's why we get the big bucks, you know. Next.
Were you going to talk about the new national chairman?
Oh, forgot about him, sorry. Okay, Jim Turley, who was our national president for the past 4 years, which is 2 years longer than normal, but we extended his term by 2 years because of all the problems we were having legally and everything else. We just didn't want to change. But now we have a change, and our new national president is Dan Owensby, and he's from the Houston area. And I also enjoyed his little sermonette on how he sees the direction of the Boy Scouts of America going. And as far as he and his staff are concerned, we're here to stay. I loved his optimism. In the ongoing problem here, folks, our immediate challenge is our opportunity for us, okay? Council fees may increase $1 per scout for insurance for 2021 registration, in addition to the current announced national increase. But I don't believe any decision has been made on that yet. Is that correct, Melissa?
So the original plan that was rolled out last year, I believe, or even in 18, was that when it was implemented this past year, it was $5. Into 2020, it was to be $7, and then in 2021, it was to be $9. The board is going to be revisiting that because there's some guidelines from national that we need to be, we believe, in increments of 6. So we hope to have that finalized here. So absolutely 5, somewhere between 5 and 7. We're going to figure it out really quick.
Thank you. Thank you. Which is what we said would happen. Okay. Fall recruitment. Remember, we should have it completed no later than September 15th, and that's the recommendation from National. Make sure you get your open house dates and plan to partake. Please, we need to grow. Not only that, but the program is for the kids, and it's a beautiful, wonderful program. In the meantime, what can your unit do? Train, train, train. We have had successes here in the Pine Tree District because the last 2 weeks, the commissioners and I have been busy. Every unit has been contacted at least once, sometimes twice. They each got the name of any individual in their unit who needed to have youth protection training or position-specific training. They were given detailed instructions on how to do that, and we have had success with that so far. We are pleased, but we're not done yet because we're not at 100%. But if you have nothing to do during this time and you're just sitting at home playing solitaire or poker on your computer, go to my.scouting and take another unit of training, or email your friend who you know hasn't got it done yet. Next. Upcoming events. Oh, Wade, are you on?
I am, Lauren.
Okay, you're on.
Okay.
What happened? Nope, this is right. Go ahead, Wade.
All right, awesome. Another thing that you could do is tomorrow night, make sure your units are all dialed in on the magician, Matt Dunn. And it's not all about the money, Lauren, because this event is free.
Wow, good.
I know it. I know it. I knew you'd like that. We're going to have a good time. This is really about celebrating the year in scouting. It gives everybody a chance to enjoy one more thing. And the other part of this is it's supposed to be raining tomorrow. So it starts at 6:30. We only have 100 slots, 100 computers or devices can sign in. So we've already got 40 people that have signed up for this, which is awesome. And I know we're going to fill. So make sure that you do a great job and reach out to your units, your parents, your members, and make sure that they are excited about signing up for Magician Matt Dunn.
That sounds exciting. Sounds like fun. And 100, only 100. We're already halfway there, almost
Darn
halfway
right.
there. You know, and this is something free, and it looks like it's going to be entertaining and fun as well. So let your units and your kids know about it. Upcoming events, Ripley Rendezvous. Chuck, are you on? Chuck Amundsen was going to join us. Are you on, Chuck?
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, here you go.
So that's our patch for the event. We are going to do SARS, which is Search and Rescue. I am so excited. Our staff has been preparing. We had a little break, so now we can hit the ground running again for October 9th through the 11th. You're welcome to register. I encourage units to register when you get closer to the event. Don't save it to the last day. Take the time. If you have 10, 15 boys, girls, any scouts that are ready to go and paid, just go ahead and register them. And then just come back again for those stragglers and finish registering the rest of the stragglers. So I'm just so excited. We're going to learn all about how to conduct search and rescue, how to communicate on radios, how to do things with compass, how to actually do a search and rescue. We have so many volunteers that are stepping up. So we're just excited. Anybody willing and able to be on staff, you're welcome to register as staff. If you have, you know, that older scout in the unit that's been to Ripley 3-4 years in a row and wants to instead help participate, this is a great opportunity to either work with the OA crew or with the staff crew. So we are just excited to start getting things rolling and get organized. So as we get closer, we'll talk about accommodations and everything in regards to the who, what, where, and when part of it. But just start getting it into your calendars, get it posted 9th through the 11th of October. We're excited. Hopefully this COVID stuff will be done and we won't have too many health restrictions, but it'll still be a great event. Thanks, Lauren.
You're welcome. And for those of you who don't know, I have to tell you, I'm getting old. It was in the 70s in North Minneapolis. I was Chuck's Order of the Arrow advisor when he was just a young little boy. And now I have the honor of working with him on Ripley Rendezvous. It's a pleasure. I hope everybody else has a pleasure like that. Mary, anything else you'd like to say about Weeblo's Adventure Weekend or Cub Camp?
Yes. Weeblo's Adventure Weekend, I'm really excited. It's going to be at Camp Ripley this year in conjunction with Ripley Rendezvous, which means we're going to have more family members together. We'll be sharing our cook staffs, and the younger scouts will be able to see what the big scouts are doing, and I just think it's a tremendous opportunity, so I'm really thankful for that. Cub Camp, like I said, I'm excited, and we're hoping that the rumors that we hear are true, and we'll be able to do overnight camps in July, because I mean, that's the biggest part of camping is sleeping in tents and, you know, waking up in the morning to the smell of coffee, and I'm really excited about that. So
cool.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Ken, are you on for NYLT?
So we are currently planning to move forward with our NYLT program for this year. We have a wonderful staff recruited. We are looking for a couple additional youth scouts if they have a desire to be quartermasters for us. We have been reaching out to the various scoutmasters to find out what their scouts' interest level is. But please, if you have a scout who is first class, is planning to hold a leadership position for your troop, get them signed up for NYLT. This is a phenomenal program. We have not had scouts come away from this program saying, oh, I'm glad, you know, I didn't go, or man, I wish I hadn't gone. No, this is a program where every kid who leaves goes, I can't wait to be on staff next year. I hope I get picked. We have a phenomenal crew who's going to be putting on a wonderful program for you. Get your scouts signed up now, please.
Thanks, Ken. Jace, my son, are you on?
Hey, Pa. Yep, I'm here.
He's on for Wood Badge, folks.
So, Wood Badge 2020, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jace Carlson. I am the course director for the C1 296 2020 Wood Badge course that's coming up this fall. Those of you that haven't taken it as an adult leader, it is an awesome, fun course that you'll remember forever. There's quite a few people that I've seen here this evening that's been through it. So if you have any questions, those are the ones to ask about it, or you can contact me or even Lauren. He's been through it. We've got a good staff picked out for this course. But if you're looking for a new adult leader training that you'll never regret, this would be the one to come to. Fox's rule, nope. Buffalo's rule. Sorry, Beth.
Thank you, Jace. It will be fun. It will be fun. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Council banquet. Anybody want to talk on that? Anybody have expertise? If not, it will be August 23rd. I forgot at what center. Is it called the River Center? Wade, are you there?
Rolling Ridge.
Rolling Ridge Center in St. Joseph, Minnesota. I believe the time is 3 o'clock that afternoon. More information to follow. You even get a menu choice. So when you sign up for it, make sure that you click on what you would like. You have several different choices. There's even a choice if you are bringing a young person with you at that time. Of course, that's our annual banquet where we honor those people who have earned the Silver Beavers. This year, we are also going to honor a person with the North Star Award. I don't think we have any life-saving awards at this point in time, but we are going to recognize the 2019 Eagles on the council level as well. And we will also have, we will be asking the new district award of merit recipients to be standing and to be recognized. The cost is very, very reasonable for the banquet that we're having and the meal we're getting in the program. So please plan to be a part of that. Anything else anybody wants to add on that?
And if anybody from the Pine Tree District wants to carpool with me, Austin will be off at college and I'll be going all by myself. So
I'm going, but I'm going early. You're welcome to go with.
I'll go early too.
Okay. Because I have to help set up because I'm on the committee.
I like to help.
Good deal. Adam, are you on? Lodge Chief Adam Burton, are you on? He was at one time, I thought. Okay, he must not be on. The Order of the Aerophone Conclave is still scheduled, okay? We still plan to have it that same weekend. I believe it is August. Let me look at my calendar here right away, unless somebody else can get it quicker than me. June, July, August. The 21st and the 22nd and the 23rd.
Through 23rd.
Yep, at Parker. We didn't have a spring conclave, so we are looking for a big one. And so have your units continue to do their unit elections and sign up and pay dues if you haven't paid them already, okay? Popcorn kickoff. Ken, are you on for that?
Wade or Melissa?
I will take that one. So we are waiting for some confirmation from the popcorn company here. They're like everybody are trying to figure out what their plan looks like, gather some information from the councils. I believe at the last roundtable we had mentioned that we wanted to bring everybody together and do one big collective kickoff on August 8th. So that is still, mark that calendar, mark your date. We're looking at, like at 10 a.m., August 8th, Saturday, August 8th kickoff. We're just gonna have a lot of fun, about an hour and a half, lots of excitement, give away lots of stuff. Hopefully we will be able to have that locked down here. The company had given us a June 15th deadline of when they're gonna have a better idea of where they're at position-wise. So again, we hope one of the things that we're offering up is if your unit maybe is having to change a leadership, or of a unit, if you serve as a unit commissioner, we are offering some budget planning workshops. For those of you that maybe have done this before, it's not a new concept, but it's really trying to encourage our leaders to, do the work in the beginning. I was a den leader, was a committee chair with my husband, and hey, we had it's an hour before the meeting, what are we gonna do? Panic once or twice in our lifetime. But this encourages you to sit down and take, that half a day, plan out your year. And we've got some great tools that will help you even kind of back into then if you want to do Ripley Rendezvous, or you want to go whatever it is, rock climbing or the merit badge, you can plan out the expense and set the goals for your kids through the popcorn cells. So please ask questions. We hope that people are positioned. We had some great increases last year with online sales. We anticipate that being a very vital tool for us going into this year. But we need your help with this one because it's pivotal to everything that we do. So August 8th. Thank you.
Melissa?
Yes.
Rumor. What about a Disney trip?
Yes, we had mentioned it. Again, this is a little bit we're looking for that confirmation from Pecatonica.
Okay. Ken, I believe you are going to tell us about some of the August roundtable plans.
Oh, that's all Wade.
Oh, that's all Wade? Wade, you're on.
Yeah, the main point of having that on this slide was to just make sure that we get you back in August at Roundtable so that we can gear up for a great fall. So we're looking at districts having their roundtables at that point. They may be dual, so we want you to be in person, but if you can't make it, tune in via Zoom. So just make sure you've got it on your calendar. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have any other upcoming event they'd like to share? Okay. In conclusion, let's be optimistic, folks. Perhaps the best of times is yet to come, because I firmly believe there is no other national youth program that teaches the values, citizenship, and leadership skills than the Boy Scouts of America. We are truly unique. And your district and council leadership believe in you and your unyielding efforts in supporting the youth.
Uh-oh. I think we may have, oh, yep. Lauren's power went out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I would guess that's probably a good call based on what it looks
Hi,
like
Lauren.
outside.
I lost
Well,
it.
we made it through the whole meeting.
So I'm done.
Okay. Nope. No, go ahead, Lauren. Finish up what you were saying. I got you on speakerphone so everyone can hear you.
Oh, okay. And your district and council leadership believe in you and your unyielding efforts in supporting the youth in your unit. You have our admiration and our respect, and all you need to do is ask one of us for any need that you may have. We sincerely believe that. And I want to thank our guests this evening for being a part of this roundtable. Matt, thank you for coming in all the way from Newton, Iowa, and all the other guest speakers. That's all I have until I get electricity back.
That means we're next, Ken.
I know.
Jay, if you've not got it, it's not far off for us. Be safe.
So with that, I'm going to say good night.
Thank you. Night all.
So I have, folks, I have one alibi. Hang on. I have one alibi. So any of our Cub Scout and Scoutmasters out there, please, if you haven't turned in your Webelos crossover applications, get those turned in to Anna as soon as possible.
That's Wade.
That is all. Thank you all. We'll see you soon. If not, we'll see you in August for sure at Roundtable.
Stay safe. Thank you.
Yep.